guys, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome. I'm super happy to see all my Pilates peeps. Today is foam roll Friday. So as you may have guessed, we're going to use a foam roller. So let's grab that foam roller and let's just start by twirling that foam roller around. Yeah, just kind of creating that mind-body connection. And then I'm just seeing you guys drop your foam rollers. I love it. I'm trying really hard not to drop mine since I'm on video. It's funny, always like when you know someone's watching you, you always want to do better than if no one's watching. All right, guys, and then let's reverse the direction. Yeah. By the way, so just challenging that mind-body connection, it makes it so like who's thinking about your shopping list right now or your to-do list? You're just trying to hold this foam roller so without dropping it. All right, guys. Hey, Linda, good to see you. I didn't greet you earlier. All right, guys, for 2 and 1 and come to center. Okay, let's take that foam roller and we'll hold it upright just with our fingertips on our fingertips. And then we'll just slide those arms forward, one knee and tabletop, and switch and switch and switch and continue. And then, guys, with this simple move, it will begin to warm up your body. And I'd like to take this opportunity to request of you to keep your workout with me today. Oops, I turned it the wrong way. As always, pain-free. So that means comfortably uncomfortable is okay, but pain is not. Anytime you are feeling stabbing pain, shooting pain, joint pain, structural pain, anything like that, please stop what you're doing and do something different so that those feelings go away and you are working in a pain-free range of motion. So that's super important. All right, guys, breathing for 3 and 2. And 1 and come to center. All right, let's take that foam roller, put it down on the ground in front of us. And then let's take the left foot, put it on top of the foam roller and roll that foot over the foam roller and do it again. I just enjoy that foot massage. You can begin to roll the outer portions and the inner portions. Wow, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I feel like my camera is trying to adjust to my leopard pants, and it's kind of like doing this in and out thing. Hopefully you don't see that. All right, guys, breathing. Yeah, really enjoying that foot massage. By the way, those of you who have worked with me in the Pilates studio on the reformers, with the different feet positions on the foot bar, Joseph Pilates believed in foot reflexology. So he felt like the different feet positions on the foot bar massaged internal organs. So it feels kind of good. Actually, it feels super good. I'm really enjoying this a lot. All right, for 2 and 1. All right, let's just rest that foot on top of the foam roller. And then we are going to lift the knee and then tap to the left side of the foam roller, lift the knee and tap to the right side, and continue alternating from side to side. All right, maybe this is all you want. If you want a little bit more, let's open those arms to a T. And then as you tap to one side, twist to that side. And as you tap to the other side, twist to that side. Yeah, so this makes it quite a bit more challenging for that balance. Woo! And breathe for 3 and 2. And 1 and come to center. Let's place both feet down. Nice job. Okay, let's take the other foot and put it on top of that foam roller. You're going to give yourselves a foot massage. Well, in Southern California today, it is wonderfully overcast and I love it. Spent a lot of years on the Northern California coast and I really like this cooler weather. We were talking before class about how in Southern California we're like all, oh my gosh, it's freezing, it's in the 50s. And then we talked to Bev, who's on the East Coast in New Hampshire, and she's like, it's snowing. So it's all relative, right? But at any rate, really enjoying the cooler weather. Oh, really enjoying this foot massage as well. Feels really good, right? Yeah. All right. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then let's tap and tap and tap. Open those arms And then let's tap over to the right and then over to the left and continue. And then maybe twist in the direction of your tappings. Woo, and breathe. For 3. And whoa. And 2. And 1. And come back to center. Nice job, guys. All right, let's swing those arms from side to side. For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, let's take this foam roller and we will put it long on the mat. And let's take a step forward. So our heels are at the very front end of the foam roller. And then bend the knees, reach the booty back, look down, make sure you can see your toes. And then open to the right, come to center, open to the left, come to center. Continue alternating from side to side, looking really good, you guys. Woo, squeezing that back body. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I was feeling our previous sessions this week yesterday. In other words, I was sore from our workouts on Monday and Wednesday. Feels really good. I love that feeling. You know, I was talking last class about what a gift it is to give ourselves that activity, and being a little bit sore the next few days just reminds me that I did that. I always feel like it's I like it. All right, breathing for 3 and 2 and 1, come to center, and then let's have a seat on the foam roller. All right, scoot yourself up to the very, very front end of the foam roller. Reach those arms forward, navel touch to the spine, then roll down, vertebrae, fly, vertebrae, whoa, coming all the way down. And lie flat. Hallelujah. This just feels amazing. Okay, so once you're all the way down, guys, please make sure that your head is completely supported, and then begin to rock from side to side, just taking that really terrific massage, allowing those shoulders to melt down over the foam roller, which, by the way, I'm really feeling the shoulders from our previous workouts. And then last night I put my Christmas tree up and we finally last year caved in and bought one of the artificial trees, and it's beautiful, but it takes a lot of time to kind of fluff up the branches and stuff. And so I was spending a lot of time with my arms over the head doing that. I was surprised. I was like, this is a solid shoulder workout. Yeah, so this feels amazing after all that. All right, just enjoying the feel goods. And then, guys, let's roll all the way over to the right side. So roll over to the right side so much that if you were to roll much more, you would fall off the foam roller. And then let's just gently rock forwards and backwards on the right side. Just feel that sensation. Feel the work, or the massage rather, in the glute area. Notice how your knees are folded to the right. Open those arms to a T. So you're moving. So it's kind of like that twisty sensation that I frequently come to for active rest. It's that sort of a stretch. There's a twist in your midsection. And just really enjoy that. For 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center, and then let's roll all the way over to the left side. So far over that if you were to roll much further, you would fall off. And then open those arms to a T. Just gently rock back and forth and continue. You guys, I got to tell you, my Christmas tree is so pretty. What I do is I take flowers and I put artificial flowers in it. So you can barely see the tree because there's so many flowers, and I've got like orchids and roses and all kinds of beautiful flowers. It's just stunning. And then with the gold lights, it just makes me super happy to look at it. Love this time of year. All right, so just really enjoying that massage. For 3 and 2 and 1, and come back to center. Okay, guys, next. Remember, head is completely supported. Reach those arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Reach those fingertips back towards the ground behind you. If you were standing, you'd be reaching them up to the ceiling. And then reach them up to the ceiling, over the chest, and then down by the hips, up to the ceiling, up and over. Yeah, so you're making big rainbow arcs. Try to press your shoulders a little more firmly into the foam roller as you're going through this range of motion, really enjoying that mobility in the shoulder area, which, by the way, the shoulder is the most movable joint in the body. It's also the most vulnerable joint in the body. So it's always good to give our shoulders some love, taking care of them. Woo! For 3 and 2, and the next time those arms are up towards the ceiling, pause. All right, guys, let's just begin to make big arm circles in space. So we're keeping our arms off the ground, but we're just making big circles in one direction. Palms can be facing whichever direction feels good to you. Really enjoying that massage. And then pause and let's reverse. For 3 and 2 and 1. Let's lower those arms down to the ground. Palms facing up, guys, and let's walk those elbows in close to the foam roller. So I'm interested in the fingertips and the elbows being near the foam roller, underneath your body, palms facing up, and then try to relax those shoulders. So I don't know about you, but I feel those little muscles in my chest. They're like hanging on really tight, like a tight rubber band, not allowing those shoulders to release. So let's take a moment here and see if we can use our breath to encourage those muscles to relax. So as you exhale, see if you can feel a little release. And then the next time you exhale, see if you can feel another little release. And just encourage those muscles to relax. We're quite vulnerable when we're in a relaxed state, when we're stretching particularly, because if you think about it, while we're stretching, if someone were to come up and push our body further into the stretch, they could really damage us. So our bodies naturally want to protect our bodies. So there's that going on. And then also, I haven't read any studies about this, kind of my own theory. I think it's probably in our DNA that we need to have some of our muscles on and active just in case, something happens and we need to have a quick burst of energy. So to override both of those things, using those exhales to help to relax and release those muscles are helpful. Yeah, you're safe. No one's going to come and tweak your body when you're in a stretch. And yeah, you're safe. There are no saber-toothed tigers that are going to jump out of the other room and chase you around. So just relax. Use that breath to encourage your body. Yeah, so I'm beginning to really feel those muscles in my chest releasing, feeling those shoulders heavier down and around that foam roller. So the longer we stay in a stretch, guys, the more permanent the results. So we'll hang out here for another moment and just really allow for that release to happen. And breathe. All right. For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, guys, let's open those arms to a T, palms facing up, and gently rock from side to side again. And we'll just take another moment here before we move on. I know I always say when we're doing foam roll work that I feel like I could continue just doing this one move for the rest of the class and it would feel amazing. But there are other things to do on the foam roller, but this does feel pretty amazing. For 3 and 2 and 1. All right, guys, next, let's bring that, your arms can be wherever feels good for you. Let's bring the left knee into tabletop. Okay, left knee in tabletop. I want you to notice how perhaps you felt a shift in your spine on the foam roller. Just get in touch with how your spine feels. And then slowly lower those left toes and tap and lift. And slowly tap and lift and continue moving super slowly. Now I know you could do this super fast and not think anything of it. You're not getting points for as many repetitions as you can do. You are getting points for going super slowly and seeing, guys, if you can feel the muscles around your spine active. In fact, you can even place your fingertips on your the left side of your waist and feel those muscles. Also, notice how you're slowly beginning to feel a burn in that left quadriceps area. Ooh. Yeah, so this is like a pretty basic movement here, but if you really slow it down and use that mind-body connection, it can become quite an effective and challenging workout. So I'm feeling this like, I'd say a solid 7. Woo! For 3 and 2 and 1, lower that foot down. Wow, what a burn in that quadriceps, eh? Okay, let's bring the right knee into tabletop. All right, and then lower and lift. And then the next time that knee is lifted, pause. Place your right fingertips onto your right waist, and then see if you can feel those muscles active underneath your fingertips and under your thumb, and then slowly lower and lift, and do it again. Yeah, you can really feel those muscles firing up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And breathe. Woo! Again, turning this into a quite a legitimate exercise, feeling that slow burn, hollowing out that belly. You know, a lot of times when people come to Pilates classes from like a different discipline, like CrossFit or something, and we pull out these kind of moves and they're like, oh my gosh, are you for real? But when we slow a simple move down, it can really become quite an effective exercise. All right, guys, for 3, woo, feeling this quite a bit, and 2, and 1. All right, let's bring the soles of the feet together, open the knees wide, open the arms wide. And then, so there's a little bit of an increased balance challenge going on. And let's just take a moment here and lie still. Feel that stretch in your inner thigh area. And breathe. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. And breathe. Just enjoy the sensation, the heaviness of your body over the foam roller, that really terrific stretch in that inner thigh area for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. All right, guys, moving on. Let's gently roll to the side of the foam roller and then take that foam roller and let's put it under the head, under the neck, like a pillow. Yeah, and just lie back. Just take a moment here. And then let's look to the right, up to center, over to the left, and continue. And notice how fabulous your back feels after being on that foam roller. And then begin to apply just the tiniest amount of pressure from your head into the foam roller. Anytime we do neck work, guys, we want to be very gentle. So we're not using a lot of force here. Woo. Going for that mobility and that neck massage for 2 and 1, and come to center. Place your fingertips on the outside of the foam roller, guys, and then roll it up your skull just a couple of inches. So you now have a different point of contact between your head and the foam roller. And then again, begin to go from side to side. And breathe. Notice how that feels. Feels pretty good. I was gonna say gosh darn good. For 3 and 2 And one, come to center, roll it up your skull a little bit more. Rolling from side to side. Notice if you have any little bumps on your skull where there's kind of a clunk clunk. So I minored in criminology when I was in college, and I think it was called phrenology. There used to be, I think it was back in the 20s, if my memory serves me correctly. They used to think they could gauge criminal behavior based on the bumps in one's skull. Based on the bumps I'm feeling in my skull doing this, I would be in bad shape back in the 20s if I were ever arrested. They would think I was quite the criminal. Fortunately, they got away with that theory pretty quickly. All right. Just take another moment here. You can roll up and down, just feeling that massage sensation. All right. For 2 and 1. Okay, lift the head, remove the foam roller from underneath your head. Put your head down, lift your hips, and put the foam roller under the hips. So I want, by the way, for this sequence, we are keeping the head down. So I want the hips completely resting on the foam roller. So the foam roller is at about tailbone area. Okay, let's bring one knee into tabletop and the other knee into tabletop. All right, guys, let's drop those knees to the right. We'll hang out here for a moment with those knees dropped to the right, just feeling that terrific stretch. You can open those arms to a T. Oh, again, that side body stretch. Feeling the massage sensation, that constant pressure on that right side of the lower body. Just enjoy. Woo, for 3 and 2. And let's come to center and drop those knees over to the other side. Again, just really feeling, wow, yeah, quite a bit actually. Feeling that side body stretch. It feels amazing. And come back to center. All right, guys, put your feet down. And then I still want your hips completely resting on the foam roller, but just roll it down a little bit. And then bring those knees back into tabletop. So now you probably need to hold on to the foam roller to keep it stable. Let's drop those knees to the right, not as far, up to center, over to the left, and just tick-tock from side to side. And then press your booty into the foam roller, accentuating that massage sensation. Woo. The next time the knees are to the right, pause, and then straighten those legs down far away from you at center and bring the knees to the left, and then kick those legs long, bring the knees to the right, and continue. So we're getting some oblique work. We're getting some abdominal work. We're also getting that terrific massage. And breathe. By the way, you can keep your knees bent and just rock from side to side if that's better for you today. So remember, I'm very, very pro modification. I want everyone to take care of your body. I booked a gig on Sunday. I'm a model in a fitness video for a fitness, pretty, I guess he's well known. I hadn't heard of him, but anyways, so I'm really excited to go and kind of be a fly on the wall as he does his fitness videos, and as his fitness model. I might get some great ideas on how to improve my fitness videos. So just enjoying this for 3. Yeah, I'm really curious if he's going to talk at length about making modifications. If anyone needs to. For 2. Woo! And 1, and come to center. Let's put those feet down. Lift the hips. Roll the foam roller down towards the ankles. And then I'm gonna reposition myself here. And then guys, we're going to put the foam roller under the backs of the thighs. So just kind of at the top of the thighs, almost at the bum. And then head stays down, lift the hips, and then just swish those feet from side to side. And continue. My foam roller is making noises on my mat that make it sound like I'm passing gas. If you're hearing that, I am not passing gas, I promise. That reminds me. All right, guys, let's lower down and move the foam roller down a little bit. So it's under a different area of the thighs, lift the hips and switch those feet from side to side. I was in the studio one time and I had everyone with their hips on a ball. I was walking up and down the row and one of my students, her ball somehow had a hole in it and it started making noise. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I realized that her ball was deflating. It was the funniest thing in the world. All right, and pause, and then we'll roll that foam roller down again a little bit lower. The only thing here, guys, is we want to avoid the backs of the knees. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I got the giggles on that one. I could not stop laughing. All right, for 2 and 1 and lower down. Okay, let's take that foam roller. We'll roll it all the way down under the calves, and then just swish those feet from side to side and roll it up or down a little bit and do it again and continue. If you want to, guys, you can lift the hips. The only thing is if you do that, please keep your head down. Wow, really feeling ka-clunk clunks in here. Woo. Yeah, you might be feeling those ka-clunk clunks too. And breathe. Lots of oohs and ahs. For 3 and 2 and 1. Oh man. Okay. Again, I feel like we could do this forever, but there's other things to do. So let's take that foam roller, roll it towards you, pick it up, and then come to a seated position. Hi guys, nice to see you. And then let's take that foam roller and we'll put it behind us. So at about bra strap level, and if you are watching me on YouTube and you do not wear a bra, that does not sound the way I wanted it to sound. Anyways, if you're a guy and you're not wearing a bra, just pretend you are and put the foam roller there. All right. Okay, fingertips placed behind the head. Lift the hips, begin to roll forwards and backwards. Uh-oh, I think I might be prone to getting the giggles today. All right, breathing. Rolling up and down. So the only thing here, guys, is we are avoiding the waist area. Oh, feels amazing. Fingertips resting, head resting on the fingertips behind the head. And then let's roll all the way up as far as feels good for you. So not all the way up to the neck. So we want to stay on the shoulders. And then lower your head down and around the foam roller. Again, we're staying on the shoulders. So the foam roller is under the shoulders, not under the neck. And with those hips high, head is down. Just feel this sensation. This is like an inversion. And then hanging out here for a moment, come on to your tippy toes and then open and close those knees and breathe. Woo. Yeah, for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower the heels. Let's bring the head back to center and then roll just down to that bottom rib. And then roll all the way up to the tops of the shoulders and do it again. And pause. All right, guys. Then let's take a little step to the right and then pivot our elbows to the left. And then roll forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. Okay, so 2 things are happening here, guys. You're rolling out more the left side of the spine and because your body is at an angle, you're rolling like a different angle. Yeah. So just enjoy that. Woo, feels so good. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then walk those feet back to center, and then walk them over towards the left side, and then continue rolling. And enjoy. I'm thinking of times where I got the giggles in the studio. I was reading a Facebook post for Pilates instructors, and they were like, what is your most embarrassing moment ever in the studio? And I will tell you about that in just a minute. But prepare to get the giggles. All right, for 2 and 1, and come to center, and then just roll forwards and backwards again. Just take a moment here and enjoy this. So I had, when I was a new Pilates instructor, I was reading about different cues from other instructors, and one of them was to put the foam roller where a G string would come together, back behind the booty area. She was using that as a cue. I was like, oh, that's really smart. So I was trying to use that in the next Pilates class I taught, and we're using a ball. And I told them to lift their hips and take that ball and put it where their G spot was. Oh my gosh. And then I got the giggles, like nonstop laughing. I was mortified, but they thought it was hilarious. Well, they were laughing, so they were working their core. So I guess I was doing my job as a Pilates instructor, but yeah, I botched that cue for sure. All right, for 3 and 2 and 1. Let's lower that booty down and roll up to a seated position. Okay, so hopefully that was funny, right? Yeah. Okay, let's take that foam roller and we'll lie it under our left side. Again, at about cross strap level. And then we'll take that bottom elbow will just be underneath us, the top fingertips placed behind the head. And then just rock forward, bringing the elbow down to the front end of the foam roller and over to the back and over to the front and over to the back, and continue. Yeah, just really enjoying this sensation. I always talk about being really in control of your body as it's moving through space, but here, just move in a manner that feels good. So I'm not really interested in your form, just more interested in you enjoying that massage sensation. For 2 and 1, and pause, and then let's roll that foam roller down a little bit. So now it's down under closer to your bottom rib area. However, it is definitely under the ribs. And then we'll reach the elbow up and over and up and over. In just a moment, guys, I'll give us an opportunity to move freely. But of course, really, if you're always welcome to move freely in my class. So if I'm cueing for something and you know that if you did it a little bit differently, it would feel immensely better for you, always do that. For 2 and 1. And then, guys, if you wish, you can begin to straighten out that bottom leg with that top foot. You can place it in front, and then you can begin to roll forwards and backwards. If that feels good. That doesn't feel good for me, so I'm going to admit that, but I want to give you guys the option to do that. So we'll spend a little bit more time rolling out this side before we switch to the other side. So again, whatever feels good for you. And you can also like come up into that armpit area and roll forwards and backwards. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. So my foam roller is really hard, and there's some tender areas in there. So just notice if you find an area, guys, that is like a real zinger where you're like, holy cow, that's sensitive. If you can manage, and if it feels okay, if you hang out on that spot and just gently roll over it, you might begin to feel a release. All right, for 2 and 1, and come back to center. Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Okay, guys, and then let's actually come back to center and then roll the foam roller back behind the waist. All right, and then from here, drop the knees to the left, just a little bit. Okay, so you're at the spine, at the waist, but at an angle. Okay, and then with that, if you wish, at an angle, you can gently hover that booty and begin to roll out that lower back. But the only thing here, guys, is this definitely needs to be at an angle. And you've got little bones that stick out from your spine. And in the upper back, mid and upper back, the angle that those bones jut out is really conducive to rolling right on top of the foam roller. However, the bones stick out at a different angle down by the waist, and so it's not conducive. So that's why we want to hit those at an angle. Woo! For 3 and 2 and 1, that feels really good. And then come back to center, and then let's roll out the waist on the other side. So let's drop the knees to the right. And then if you wish, you can hover that booty and roll out that right side of the waist. Also, guys, there are organs in the area that, well, throughout your whole torso, actually. But at any rate, they're not protected by the ribs. So if you're feeling any sensation internally where this is not feeling good, then just omit it. Woo. And breathe. Yeah, again, feels so good. For 3 and 2 and 1. And then, guys, let's pivot this foam roller around and lie on our side. So we'll place it just kind of at bra strap level, that bottom elbow is down, and then we'll just reach forward, up and back, up and over, and back, and continue. Feels so good. All right, and then pause and then roll it up or down a little bit, you choose, and then continue. Really giving these shoulders some love. Oh. It's about time for holiday parties. I've got a holiday party that I'm going to tonight for all the Pilates instructors at one of the studios where I work. And okay, and then guys, let's just take a moment here. If you wish, you can kick that bottom leg out long, take that top foot, put it down, and begin to roll on your side if that feels good. Or you can just make this meaningful for you. I'm going to come up to my armpit area. But one of the Pilates instructors that I follow online, she did this whole campaign where she was like, rock that holiday little black party dress with your Pilates body. And I'm looking forward to rocking my little black holiday dress at this holiday party tonight. And what's cool about that is, so clearly as I'm lying here, I can see all these really beautiful curves, and they're going in the right way. There was a point when my curves went in the wrong way. In other words, like literally, like my curves went out at the waist instead of in, and I weighed more than 100 pounds than I weigh now. So it's really cool to be able to rock a little black dress. And I'm super grateful to Pilates for that. All right, guys, for 2 and 1. Okay, where are we at on time? Switching gears, let's take this foam roller. We're going to come to all fours and put our hands on the foam roller. Little adjustment. And then, guys, from here, let's roll that roller forward, bringing the face down towards the mat. And then roll the roller towards us. And we'll do it again. We'll roll out. Oh, it feels so good. And roll in and continue. Those of you in Southern California, we're going to Tannins in San Juan Capistrano. I just learned about that restaurant. It's pretty tasty. Oh, there's so many great restaurants in Southern California. Woo, and breathe. Yeah, just enjoying that. For 3 and 2. And the next time you're down, stay down. All right, guys, from here, let's reach the booty back to the heels and roll forward. reach the booty to the heels and lift. So I'm just interested in sort of rocking forwards and backwards. Again, noticing if you're feeling tightness in your body, and if you are, see if you can use your breath to help to release that. For 3 and 2 and 1, and roll all the way up. Oh my gosh, that felt so good. I just love this foam roller. Okay guys, next we're going to come to all fours, bring the foam roller up towards near the legs, and then we'll drape ourselves over it so that the foam roller is under the thighs. Okay, so the only thing here is we are avoiding the knees. All right, and then let's roll forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards, and continue giving those quadriceps some love. Woo. Yep, and continue. Woo. If it feels good, guys, you can come down to your elbows and go through this range of motion. If a lot of spinal extension feels good to you, you can come onto your hands and you can use this as an opportunity to lift your head, neck, and torso, feeling that terrific spinal extension, which is the opposite of a spinal flexion, which is what we do frequently with that core posture, where we lean that torso forward. Ah. Notice if you suck in your tummy and recruit those core muscles, you can feel a stretch in your abdominal area as you're going through this range of motion. Again, this feels so good. I feel like I could do this for the rest of the session, but there's other things to do. So let's pause and then bend those knees and straighten, bend and straighten, and continue. Woo. If your wrists are bothering you and you're enjoying the spinal flexion, you can come on to gorilla fists. Woo. And the next time those knees are bent, pause, and then let's wag from side to side. So cute. I'm seeing lots of little feet moving in my screens. And breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. And then let's roll back towards the upper portion of the thighs. And if you're on your hands, come down to your elbows. All right, guys. And then from here, let's just take both feet, keep them together, and just switch them to the right and to the left, and then roll a little forwards and a little backwards as you're going through this range of motion. Breathing for 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And then one more time. We'll just roll forwards and backwards because it feels so good. Ooh. All right. And then the next time you're rolling forwards and the foam roller is down towards the lower part of the quadriceps, if you want to, you can begin to walk your hands out in front of you. Bring your right cheek down to the mat. And you can reach those arms back behind you. And just take a moment here. Reaching the arms back behind you so they're in close to your torso, palms facing up. For 2 and 1, and come to center, and then let's put the other cheek down. And breathe. For 3 and 2 and 1, come to center, place the hands under the shoulders, bring those toes down to the mat, take an inhale, exhale, press yourself up into a push-up position. Nice job. And then let's come back down to a kneeling position. We'll take the foam roller and we will put it behind us. And have a seat with your hands behind you. Both feet flat. And then windshield wiper those knees. You can roll forwards and backwards if you wish while you're windshield wipering those knees. And you are breathing. And just take a moment here, guys. Notice if there's any little clunk-clunks, and if there are, if you hang out on that spot, you might begin to have a different experience. I feel like sometimes the muscles could clunk because they're sort of in the way, and then they move out of the way, and you can get to a deeper layer of muscles. And then if you're doing that on one side, let's do that on the other side. And breathe. Guys, I feel like this class flew by. Once again, I call it Flyby Foam Roll Friday. Woo! For 2. And 1. And come to center. All right, reach those arms forward. Navel is tucked to the spine. All good things must come to an end. But you're all set up to enjoy your Friday. Take an inhale, exhale. Come up to a standing position. We're not going to end with a roll down today because we're really open and I want to just maintain that openness. So with that in mind, thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And if you're with me on YouTube, thanks for joining me today. Please like, comment nicely, and subscribe.